Hi, AP Chemistry students. We are going to try this problem that will allow us to see how you can determine whether a precipitate will form from two solutions. And you're going to do that by calculating Q and comparing it to the KSP. So this problem reads, a solution containing lead-2 nitrate is mixed with one containing sodium bromide to form a solution that is 0.0600 molar lead nitrate and 0.0158 molar sodium bromide. Will a precipitate of lead bromide form? And the KSP of lead bromide or lead-2 bromide is 4.67 times 10 to the negative sixth. Okay, so just to go back and just review a couple of things. We know these two ionic compounds are soluble because this one, according to solubility rules, is nitrate, and those are always soluble. And this one has sodium and a halogen, and those are also always soluble. The precipitate, if you looked on a table, lead bromide, it has a KSP of 4.67 times 10 to the negative 6, which means it's not very soluble and could form a precipitate under the right conditions. Okay, so the first thing I always like to do is to just write out the equation. And in this case, it's going to be lead 2, which is the solid, and it is going to dissociate slightly, dissolve slightly as lead ions and bromide ions. And we know what the KSP is. We're going to calculate Q, and Q is the same as setup as the K, except it's going to have non-equilibrium concentrations, and we're assuming these are non-equilibrium concentrations. So Q is just going to equal concentration of the lead times the concentration of the bromide ion squared. Okay, just like anything. We have their concentrations up here, so we're going to plug them in. 0.060 for the lead, and for the bromide, again, they're dissociating 1 to 1, so there's one lead for every one of these, so we don't have to worry about doubling anything, and there's one bromide for every one sodium bromide. So again, it would be 0.0158 squared. If you do that calculation, you will get 1.50 times 10 to the negative fifth. And what I want you to notice here is we're going to compare this Q to the KSP. All right, and you can see that Q is greater than the KSP. Okay, negative fifth is bigger than negative sixth. What does that mean? Remember, K is always sort of products over reactants. So since Q is bigger, that means we have too many products, too many of these products, which means it's going to drive the equilibrium towards making the solid again, towards the precipitate. Okay, whenever Q is greater than the KSP, a precipitate will form to use up the excess products. Okay, and again, the products are the dissolved ions. So the answer to this question, will a precipitate form, is yes. And that's how you do this